All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good evening, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the royalty. It is the 25th of September. Happy Friday. Hope you've all had a great day. This is the tomb of Elizabeth I, of course, in Westminster Abbey. Did everybody's day go all right today? Oh, wow. Yesterday was a crazy day for me, and I had this video planned out to make yesterday, but I had to do so much talking yesterday at work. When I got off, my voice was just worn out. I just couldn't talk anymore. You know, it was so worn out. It was like, Smegs' you-know-what after a busy night working the evening shift, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let me move on. Now, if my dogs start barking, you have to forgive me. My partner's not here right now, and any noise they hear outside, a neighbor comes out, they hear it when he's not here, they just go crazy. So, pardon me if that happens. Thank you so much to the patrons, Kim and Christine D. For today's History Minute, I of course have Elizabeth I, aka Gloriana, aka the Virgin Queen, aka Good Queen Bess. The Rainbow Portrait, her signature, coat of arms, royal crest, a few facts about Her Majesty. Her reign was the 17th of November, 1558 to the 24th of March, 1603. Her motto was, I see, but say nothing. That's certainly not Smegs' motto. Historians depict her as a short-tempered, sometimes indecisive ruler who enjoyed more than her fair share of luck. Although she never married, she had many courtships. Her last was with Francis, the Duke of Anjou, 22 years her junior. Her claim of virginity was not universally accepted. Catholics accused her of engaging in filthy lust. Oh my. She died on the 24th of March, 1603, aged 69. I have a couple of things to share with you all about the Harkles today, so let's just dive right in. Apparently, Smegs was on an episode of America's Got Talent this week. I don't watch the show personally. I don't watch too much actual TV. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, but not a lot of actual TV. So Smegs was on America's Got Talent, which just ruins any chance of me ever watching the show in the future, because the title lends itself to me thinking that you have to have talent to be on the show. And I know that she doesn't, so what is she doing on this show? Anyway, the clues in the Harkles' impressive book collection. This impressive book collection. Oh, dear me. The Nothing of Nowhere, Smegs, gave a glimpse of her interior design during a video call with America's Got Talent. The Harkles may have just bought their new 14.7... Last time I talked about this house, the article said it was $14 million. Now it's 14.7. The market value is rising steadily every day on this. I wish the market value on things for average American citizens like you and me, average people, would go up like that, right? Okay, their $14.7 million Santa Barbara home in August, but it appears as though the royal couple is already settling in nicely. Aside from testing out paint swatches, how are they doing? They're probably licking it, seeing if they can get high, right? Investing in a fiddle leaf fig. When I read that, I was like, what in the world is a fiddle leaf fig? I thought, is that some fancy kind of coffee table? So I did Google it, and that's what it is. Okay, fiddle leaf fig, and throwing some pro-California wall art up over the mantle. Pro-California wall art. Does that mean that there is also anti-California wall art? Is there a big market for the don't like California, art? Pro-California wall art. What in the world does that even mean? Like there's anti... Okay, anyway. The Harkles also seem to have amassed a substantial collection of very large coffee table books, as seen during Smegs' latest Zoom call. I bet those spines of those books don't have a crease in them. They've never been cracked. guarantee it. The Nothing of Nowhere Smegs made a surprise appearance on the season finale of America's Got Talent to deliver a video message to finalist Archie Williams, a man who was wrongly incarcerated for 36 years and happens to share the same first name as her son. Does he? I had no idea. Is his name Archofficial? Smegs told the singer, "We've been so moved by your story. We have been cheering you on every week, and it's not just because we're partial to the name. So a very special message to you that I will probably be saying all my life, but on this night it is specifically for you. Archie, we are proud of you, and we are rooting for you, and we can't wait to see what you do. We're in your corner." Oh, wow. My heartstrings are just letting off the sweetest song. I think my eyes are a little misty as well. Wow, that was powerful. During the video, a selection from the Harkles' book collection can be seen sitting on the credenza behind her. Excuse me. Some of which seem to have personal connections to the royal couple, alongside a book of portraits by celebrity photographer Mark Home. Is Annie Leibovitz's A Photographer's Life, an artist who's photographed the royal family numerous times, including for Vanity Fair. A book, Women, National Geographic Image Collection, can also be seen. Perhaps a gift to Mr. Harkle, who worked with National Geographic to launch a photo competition last September. So let me see, that's 1, 2, 3 photo books. Not real books, photo books. Oh, excuse me. There's our fiddle leaf fig. There's also The Black Godfather, a book based on the 2019 documentary film about music executive Clarence Avant. Hope I said that right. Which was released by Netflix. A contractually obligated book placement. Not an actual book that they would read, but they have the deal with Netflix, and it's in the contract. Product placement. The company with which the Harkles just happened to have recently signed a major production deal. There you go. That's the way you say it, but don't say it. It's the company with who they just have happened to have recently signed a production deal. You can read between the lines right there, right? They had to have the book there. Okay. And to round things out, there's also a home design tome entitled Wood and Iron, Industrial Interiors, which will perhaps serve as an inspiration for how the royal couple will finish decorating the rest of their mansion. Wood and iron? Excuse me. Who wants to decorate their house to look like a Victorian factory? Huh? I mean, really. I mean, a little softness, not all the rough edges, right? A little bit of a woman's touch. Well, they would need a woman to do that, and they don't have one. Smegs and Doria? No. Okay, we'll just have to wait for the next Zoom call to find out. Yes, I'm waiting with bated breath on the edge of my seat. So, they had 3 photo books in the last page, 1 contractually obligated book on this page, and another photo book. Okay, not real books. He added, "I am going to show the world what a spoken..." Oh, I'm sorry, that was the end of that article. Okay, so, what I'm talking about next is they came out and supported this contestant on America's Got Talent called Archie Williams, right? Archie Williams? Yes, because he had the same first name as their son. I thought to myself, weren't there other contestants that they could have they could have voiced their support for the other contestants as well, but say we're especially fond of Archie because of his name, or thrown some little quirky joke in there about it, something like that. But to just throw their support behind and not mention the other people. So I went to look at the other finalists that were on the show that night. And this is really good. So just stay with me here for a moment. Okay, the first place finisher, I'm sorry, Archie didn't come in first place. The first place finisher was a spoken word poet, and I'll get to him in a minute. Second place finisher was a group called Broken Roots. Third place was Christina Ray, a singer. Well, the first place winner, Brandon Leake, from what I have read, he's very active in the BLM movement. So I thought to myself, why didn't Smegs even mention him? Because she certainly isn't shying away from controversy at all. She's talked about supporting that movement before, has she not? So why didn't she mention this kid? Okay, he's the one that won. He's a spoken word poet. And she could have at least wished these two, good luck. Broken Roots, the second place finishers. Look at this about their background. They finally met at one of the shows. They realized they had things. Both of them have had cancer and worked in law enforcement. Wow, okay. She could have at least wished these two luck. But I bet she didn't want to do that because knowing that they worked in law enforcement and the things that she's supporting, those two don't really go together, do they? The third place winner, this lady, Christina Ray, the singer. She was working as a body sculptor, though her role as a mother to 4-year-old son gave her the most pride and joy. As a single mother, Christina has been through her fair share of hardships, which at times left her to experience homelessness. Wow, okay, a single mother who has been homeless and struggled. Meg could have wished her well. You know what I'm saying? She could have wished the other contestants good luck, wish you well, but no. It was just about Archie. What is her game? I mean, really. I just really don't get her. Okay, Archie Williams, of course, we know that he is the one that she threw her support behind. He was falsely accused of some crimes, and he had to serve 37 years in jail. The other article said 36. That is unfortunate, and it's great that she could wish him well and best of luck, but it really gripes my Gussie that she couldn't at least mention the other contestants, because battling cancer and law enforcement, people don't treat you well when you're in law enforcement. I mean, they just straight up lie to your face and all this. She could have at least wished them well. Ridiculous, right? The next thing I want to share with you all, the President of the United States, President Trump, has mentioned the Harkles, and it turns out he's not a fan of the missus. Let's take a look. President Trump said during a press conference Wednesday he is not a fan of Mrs. Harkle and wished her husband, Mr. Harkle, a lot of luck. During a White House briefing, a reporter asked the president about the couple who have encouraged Americans to vote. The Harkles chimed in on the U.S. election and essentially encouraged people to vote for your opponent. I wanted to get your reaction to that, the reporter asked the president. I'm not a fan of hers, and I would say this, and she probably has heard that, but I wish a lot of luck to Harry, because he's going to need it. No truer words have ever been said. Oh, he's going to lose everything when he finally comes to his senses and tries to leave her. She's going to take him to the cleaners and back. Oh my. Too bad there's no prenup. Well, he should have been thinking. He really is a half-wit. The rest of this page is just about her political leanings, and those are very well known. I don't need to read them to you. Meghan, an American who was born in Los Angeles, can vote. Prince Harry, however, said he cannot vote in this upcoming election. Really? He's not an American citizen, doesn't have a green card, probably doesn't have but a travel visa, tourist visa. Of course he can't vote. Nor could he vote in the UK his entire life. As we approach this November, it's vital that we reject hate speech, misinformation, and negativity, he said. Harry, keep your mouth shut. Americans don't care what your opinion is about our political system. You're not even smart enough to get a manipulative narcissist to sign a prenup. What do we care what you believe about politics? Whatever you say, I'm doing the opposite. Okay, where was I? So as we work to re-imaging the world, or reimagining, I don't know, to re-imaging the world around us, let's challenge ourselves to build communities of compassion, said Smegs. The couple did not mention Mr. Trump by name, but Smegs has shared her distaste for him in the past. The rest of this talks about her and her support for his opponent in 2016. Blah, blah, blah. We all know how she feels. We don't need to rehash that. A few comments from the last video about Bishop Curry hearing voices at the Harkle wedding. I read an article about that. Is it to draw attention to him and Meghan? The Harkles speak was ridiculous. He could voted if he wanted to, but he is a prince and talking about online hate. Yet they support the Sussex squad that abused his 93-year-old grandmother, threats on Charles, Will, and Kate. It disgusts me. He was hearing the demons that ride around on the Harkles. Yes, they were shouting, "Harry, don't do it!" Hi, Bizzy Bee. Look at Henry VIII's portrait. I'm sure Harry is morphing into him. Look at the shape of the face on Harry's videos. Are you old enough to remember Howdy Doody? If not, find a picture on YouTube and compare Harry. Wow, and just like Howdy Doody, Harry is a puppet. And Smegs is controlling the strings. Wow, I thought the same thing. Weird. Hopefully Henry VIII, Harry, will have his wife's head chopped off. Harry Harkle needs to find 300 pounds of fat to look like his ancestor. Bishop Curry is full of malarkey. He went on forever in that ridiculous sermon. The only talent I appreciated was the young man who played the cello. Having a Motown hit sung at that wedding was so tacky. Well, do you think the Queen, Princess Anne, Prince Charles would have had a Motown hit at their wedding? Prince William even? Princess Beatrice, Eugenie? Any other member of the royal family? No, she just wanted to be different. Rub everybody's face in it. Oh, she's disgusting. Absolutely. Yes, the wedding was cringeworthy. Imagine wearing that long white veil as if she was a virgin. The hag had had 2 marriages, one annulled, the other divorced, before she married half-wit Harry. The more Smegs flaps her lips, the more people will know who to vote for, and it isn't her favorite. Is going on in this world? What is going on in this world? Number 1, we have a bishop who is hearing voices, but just wrote a book. Number 2, 2 mental Harkles who are telling the U.S. citizens to vote. Number 3, only thing that saved the day was Trump's comment. Good luck, Harry. You will need it. It sounds like Harry has been bee-slapped by the president. Way to go. Bishop Curry is cringe-worthy. Maybe he's another one jumping on the cash cow. Right. The only reason he has a book deal is because he preached the sermon at their wedding. He wouldn't have this book and doing this press tour if it wasn't for that. Nobody would give a flip about him. H&M mental health app? I know, hysterical, right? Yeah, the half-witted and the narcissistic giving mental health advice? That is hilarious. The wedding was an embarrassing freak show. I did not watch the fake wedding. I hated both of them. The entire thing was a setup. They never loved each other. They did it to destroy the BRF. Send Dimwit back to the UK. The US election is none of his business. Well said. A couple of grifters, dumb and dumber, money and fame hungry. I can't stand their miserable faces and squeaky voices. I've always hated them. Very well said. What the heck does Harry know about U.S. politics? He doesn't know about UK politics either. All sounds like total malarkey to me. His sermon was a travesty. I absolutely hate personal perspective sermons done by clergy at a wedding ceremony. I like a simple service of matrimony. I didn't come for a sermon. Exactly. If I want a sermon, I will come to your church on Sunday morning. I'm coming to see a wedding ceremony, not to be preached at, and not to go on for an hour about the power of love. Oh, dear me. Bishop Curry was so embarrassing to watch. I cringed for everybody present. Me too. The only person who was not embarrassed was Smegs. She had that maniacal grin she always has. The only voices he heard was in his own head. She could come face to face with a train crash, and that psycho grin would still be stuck on her face. Botox. She can't move. Looks like the bishop is drumming up interest in business for his new book. I wonder where the proceeds from the sales go. Him personally or the Vatican? Why would it go to the Vatican? Curry is not a Catholic. No, the proceeds from the book go in Curry's pocket. You think he's tithing his 10%? No, sirs and madams, he is not. All into Bishop Curry's bank account. The pastor needs to remember that a church is holy ground, and those things do not happen in God's house, making up things to sell his book. Exactly. The only slave present in St. George's Chapel that day was just Harkle Harry. That is very correct and precise. Who else is going to write a book about watching this fiasco of them as they wed? I was sitting on my rear end eating Cheetos, secretly wanting to wipe my orange fingers all over that pure white gown. Cha-ching! Bizzy Bee, it's noise-canceling headphones, not noise-counseling. I know that. It's a joke. Thank you, though. Yes, Bizzy. I watch the recipe vlogs on Real Royalty. They never give specified amounts for different ingredients. I only watch the vlogs on the sweets. How about the Queen's Boozy Cake, anyone? Harry's favorite tart is not Smegs after all. And you know what? I'm making an English recipe this weekend. Mini meat pies. I will take some pictures and let you know how it goes. Once again, Smegs used the word train. You know who else often used that word? Castro. Wish she would be trained to shut up. OMG. What next? Just ridiculous. That's right. Everything I read about these two, I think it can't get any more crazy than this. And the next day, guess what? It's crazier. I cannot believe people are still discussing their wedding. And I can't believe people are still discussing that roasted chicken. Can you please explain to this old Aussie woman what a yacht girl is? Is it tart trying to hook a rich guy, or is it just a tart? A tart is a euphemism for a lady of the night. Knowing Smeg, probably both. I responded, hello, Miss Blank. A yacht girl is a lady of the night, except the gentleman will pay for her to spend time on his yacht for a few days while he sails around the Greek Isles or some other exotic destination. A yacht girl is paid to spend X amount of time on the yacht and take care of the client's most intimate needs during that time. He heard the dead bodies there finding on the grounds lately. He heard the guests whispering how badly the chapel smelt. Bishop Curry is tripping, yo. Shame on him for mixing our God and his worthless tactics. Yes, absolutely. Shame on him for saying he's hearing voices in the house of the Lord. That is sacrilege. A bishop should know better. Just to sell a few books and make a few dimes? No. The Lord certainly wouldn't be pleased. The money changers in the temple? This is just as bad. He should have been denied presiding over the wedding just because of the history of British involved in slavery. Right, if he had any ethics at all, he would have said that the British had participated in the slave trade back in the day. I don't want to be there. What have we learned today? Number one, like Elizabeth I, Smegs is short-tempered with several courtships in her rearview mirror. Number two, the 22-year age difference between Elizabeth I and the Duke of Anjou is comparable to the age difference between Smeg and Harry Harkle. Number 3. While Smegs is also known for her filthy lust, unlike Elizabeth I, Smegs is known for being plain filthy as well. Number 4. 4 picture books and 1 contractually obligated book placement do not an impressive book collection make. Number 5. Most toddlers have a more expansive book collection than the Harkles. Number 6. Smega appeared on America's Got Talent, proving producers of the show have lowered the bar for talent so far that an old buzzard in a bad wig who only knows how to roast several men's chickens to completion in one night shift can get on the show. Number 7. The only talent Smegs has is not suitable for family viewing. Number 8. The only place where Smegs' talent is appropriate for broadcast is Pornhub. Number 9. Iron and wood, a metaphor for H's wood, which Smegs keeps in her mouth, and Mrs. Harkles' iron fists, one of which is kept tightly around H's neck and the other around his you-know-whats. Number 10. In the land of the Harkles, aka Santa Barbara, abuse is only something that happens to you, not something you do to others. Number 11. Smega doesn't just have demons riding around on her, but they are crawling out of her you-know-what as well, gasping for air. And that's pretty bad because, because demons are from down there where Satan lives, and they have to breathe in sulfur and fumes all day long, and they come out of Smeg gasping for air. Now that's got to say something about the quality of what's up in there. Okay, number 12. If just H is morphing into Henry VIII, then he can just morph his harlot wife's head right off. Number 13. Smegosaurus wore virginal white at her wedding, yet she is only a virgin if, by virgin, one means she has never had sex for the purposes of pleasure or procreation, only for the purposes of business or social climbing. Number 14. Smegs is flapping her lips. She must be standing in a strong breeze. Number 15. Harry Harkle was bee-slapped by President Trump instead of his wife for a change. Number 16. Just like thousands of men before him, Bishop Curry is jumping on Smegs. Number 17. The Harkle Mental Health App. 2 types of licensed therapists to choose from. Number 1, a calm, soothing, motherly figure, or a raging, controlling, unmedicated narcissist. Number 18. Smegs could come face to face with a train crash and keep her psycho grin. She actually does come face to face with a train crash each morning when she looks in the mirror before applying any makeup. Number 19. Once again, Smegs has used the word train, inviting 20 men over to run one on her. Number 20. The voices Bishop Curry heard were actually the wedding guests whispering to one another how badly the musty, old St. George's Chapel smelt. Oh, wow. Okay, everyone, if you would like to send me love notes, tokens of appreciation, or toys and treats for Valerie, Myrtle, Gemma, and Edward, this is the P.O. Box, and tomorrow my partner is going to record me unboxing the things that we've received so far. I will do that and post it. And there's a picture of the 3 ladies and 1 gentleman. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification button. I will see you all in the next one. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.